My name is Diego Medina. I'm 37 years old. I grew up in Puerto Rico in a Catholic background. Not really heavily involved, but we used to go to church, and there was a time where I even was altar boy and help around the church. And I remember growing up, my family was very spiritual. Besides believing in God, besides having the Catholic faith, Christ, God, the saints, all kind of saints. Even my second name is after a saint. We all, believe in the spirits, talking to the spirit, trying to read the cards and things like that. So very spiritual. So I always have a concept of God, and I have people around me that talk about God, but He was out there, and there was really no standard to live by. Pretty much you did what you thought was right on your own conscience, and if your conscience didn't condemn you, then it was good. There was no standard per se. There was no law, no Bible. So I remember growing up, these authorities in my life, the influence, my family, the priests of the church. I'm looking at their life, and everybody is just doing what they think is right, and no fear of God. So I'm doing the same thing. Even my priest, for a time, this man that I trusted and my family trusted, he actually sexually molested me. And even that, just seeing this man doing that today, touching me in ways he wasn't supposed to, ways that are wrong. And then the next Sunday, I'm sitting in the church and he's preaching, I'm ministering the communion. He's representing God, the God that we all knew at the time. The God that I knew. It was God out there, and the right and wrong was pretty much what you thought was right and wrong, and what people around you allow you to get away with. So even that experience of being sexually molested, I could have used that as an excuse to say, forget you, God, I have nothing to do with you. I was sexually molested, so I'm going to indulge in homosexuality, or I'm going to indulge in promiscuity, and just going out there and enjoy sin and lust and sexual lust. But by the grace of God, it didn't happen like that. I didn't use that as an excuse. That was an incident. Yeah, it was hard to deal with. It's traumatic, difficult, affected me, but it was not an excuse for me to do what was wrong. It was not an excuse for me to disobey God. Having this figure, this man that represented God at that age, I could have easily just said, you know what, forget you. God is not real, or this God is not worth it to serve, if this is type of man. But he's a man with struggles. He will have to answer God for what he did, and I have to answer God how I react to that, and how I deal with my own life. So rejecting God for a man, it doesn't make sense. You may wonder, why did that happen? If God is a loving God, why did He allow that to happen? But we're not here to question God. He created us. We're here to trust in Him. And even today, even now, looking back, I can see how that experience and the healing of that experience, God has used it in my own life to be able to relate to my wife, to be able to relate to other people. So at the end, Scripture fulfilled himself. All things work for good to those who trust or love God and are called by Him. So it's not an excuse. It's not worth it to reject God for what a person did, for what one man, or in your case, could be one woman, did to you. So just went on my teenagers years. I have a few friends that they assisted to a different church, a Protestant church, and they were very faithful. They will go every week without failing. But I noticed that between them and I, there was really no difference. I was actually not going to church. I was actually a better, more moral person than they were at. So my concept of God and fearing God really didn't exist.